welcome back. You're looking good today. I like that. Yes, this is episode 3 of Lena Speaks. And of course, as always, we have a really, really good show for you all today. Guess what? I even added a new segment of the show. Can you guess the name of it? I bet you can. Well, the new segment of the show is called Grab a Cup Love. Oh, yes. While I'm always encouraging you to grab a cup of love, this time we're going to be grabbing a different kind of cup. You feel me? So, to get right into it, I hope that you had a great weekend. Happy Monday to everyone. I know a lot of you probably didn't want to go to work today. I mean, who really does, right? But guess what? I'm going to make this the best Monday you've seen in a while, right? So, on the first part of Grab a Cup Love, we're going to get right into the tea. Yep, that's right, because it's me, Lena Speaks, and I have the hottest tea in the streets. So, let's talk about Cyntoia Brown. It is such a happy day right now here in America. The reason being is because Cyntoia Brown, I can't even say it right. Cyntoia Brown was just granted clemency, which was something that was really wanted by a lot of people here in the U.S. A lot of celebrities spoke out on her behalf that she be granted clemency or, just free altogether, basically because they didn't see a reason Cyntoia Brown was even sent to prison. So they wanted her to be free. A lot of people wanted her to be free because if you don't remember her story, she was the young lady who looked like the little girl with the 2 ponytails, and she was sentenced to a very, very long time in prison for killing a man who forced her into human trafficking, or she was being prostituted. It was a really, really sad story, but the moral of the story was that this young lady was a victim. She was only 14 years old and she was having sex with these older guys, not by choice, but she was being forced to have sex with them by a pimp. So when she finally decided to fight back, she killed the man and escaped free. But unfortunately, she faced consequences because the law put it as murder and she was put in prison. And a lot of people felt like this was a defense case. It wasn't, oh, I'm going to kill you today. No, that wasn't the case at all. This young lady was defending herself. She was trying to get free. So this is a good day in America because this young woman is finally free. I believe she's in her 30s now. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I do know she did spend a good amount of time in prison already. So, like I said, good day for her. Good day in America. Let's go. Maybe we can get a lot of more young women free, because I know it is a lot of young women and young men who are in prison right now for either false charges or defense cases like Cyntoia Brown. So I am wishing the best for her. I hope that when she is freed from prison, she is able to live a successful life, and one that she really missed out on because she missed out on the best years of her life. So let's give a big ups to Cyntoia Brown today and the justice system. That's really good. Hopefully we see more cases like this and more cases of young women and men being freed. Okay, the next topic, guys, I really don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but since it is in the media, we'll go and talk about it. So the next thing we're going to talk about is R. Kelly. I am so sick of hearing about him already because he's just on the defense. He's not even admitting or even trying to say I'm sorry. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on R. Kelly, but we will say this about him because it is in the news right now. It's the hottest thing. He is actually fighting back. Yeah, he's fighting his own victims, guys. So what's happening is R. Kelly has decided to release a website called Surviving Lies. So apparently this website, this is crazy, guys. This website is going to be about exposing the victims on the Lifetime documentary. Like, what can you really expose? Because the victims basically admitted to having sex with you, doing all these type of crazy things. So R. Kelly, what are you exposing? Because they basically admitted to a lot of things in the documentary, but everybody is shocked by your actions because these were young girls. So he basically needs to take accountability. Hopefully he will, but I'm guessing that he's thinking that, I don't know, this website, Surviving Lives, will get a lot of reviews and clear his name. I doubt it, but we'll see. So, the third thing that I do want to talk about, guys, is Tommy. Tommy. So, for those of you who do not know Tommy is on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I don't really know if she's still employed by them because of her recent actions, but a lot of people know Tommy because she was infamous on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta for basically all of the fighting. She was basically supposed to be like the next Jocelyn. You know, when Jocelyn decided to leave, they had to replace her with someone who was just as tough, just as, you know, who was gonna really get out there, boom, 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 get on you if you get in her face. So they found Tommy. Now, Tommy was really loved by a lot of fans. A lot of fans thought that she kept it real on the show. She really opened up her life to people because she brought her family on the show. Well, it turns out Tommy has been abusing her own family. That's right, guys. Tommy was in jail for a while for child abuse allegations. Well, today it's coming back to bite her in the butt. Even though she was freed on bail after being in jail for about maybe 2 months, they are trying to indict her for child abuse charges. Yes, maybe 2 months ago, Tommy went to her daughter's school. She slapped her in the face, apparently, dragged her down the hallway, guys, and slammed her into a locker. Now, as we don't know the reason why Tommy did this to her daughter, does it really matter? She basically just beat the daylights out of a child in a public school. Okay, that she don't do. It's a thin line between, okay, discipline and beating the daylights out of someone. And what she did, she took it way too far. I mean, if you're going to discipline someone, you do it in a correct manner. And that means using proper discipline and not slapping them in the face. No, I was not raised that way. I feel bad for children who are raised that way because that's not right, guys. And besides, it most likely embarrassed her at school. So Tommy took it way overboard. Apparently, the life that she was portraying on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, she's actually about that life, guys. So it wasn't just a show for her. That was Tommy's real life. She really can throw hands. And this time, she threw it on her daughter. And that's just not cool. Not on any occasion. So, she's going to have to face those consequences. We've seen a lot of times where Tommy was facing charges, but I do think these charges will stand because it's dealing with a child. So, who knows the outcome? But the streets are talking, Tommy, so you need to get your act together and not put your hands on children. Not cool. Not cool, girl. And it's not cute. So, that's all we have today for Grab a Cup, Mom. I hope I filled your cup up very, very full. Right? Right? Okay. So, Luna Speaks just gave you all that tea. So, next we have on the show, what we're going to talk about next will be revealed after the commercial. Bye-bye. Hey guys, we are back to the Lena Speaks official show. Yep, that's right. We're back on commercial. So, one thing I wanted to talk about, guys. Regina King. You all may know Regina King from some of the pretty greatest movies you've ever seen. Like, Poetic Justice. She was in that. Regina King has been in Ray. That was a movie that won many awards. The list goes on and on, guys. I mean, Regina King, she's basically been in everything. Everything you can think of, Regina King was somewhere in the movie. She's a legend in the film industry. So, as you all know, when it comes to the Golden Globes, which aired last night, a lot of celebrities showed up and showed out, and one of them was, of course, Regina King. Regina King has said that she plans to employ 50% of black women. Yes, ma'am. Because, if you all may not know, there has been talk in the industry that black women don't really get a lot of opportunities in the film industry, in the TV industry. Viola Davis, she brought attention to it at the Oscars one year. I remember her saying it, and I remember watching her, and she said that the only thing that separates black women in the industry is opportunity. And I was thinking, like, man, that's a powerful statement. I don't know if she got that statement from somewhere else, or did she say that on her own, but it was really, really powerful when she said it, because she's basically saying that they can be so much more, they just don't have the opportunities there. So I began to think back on all of my favorite TV shows. And I remember thinking, like, man, that was a really, really good TV show. Why did it get canceled, you know? And I began to think about so many talented black women in the industry that you don't see enough of. You know, Countess Vaughn, oh my goodness, I loved her in The Parkers. Me and my mom, we were a Countess Vaughn fan. You know, we love Countess Vaughn. We love shows like The Parkers, Moesha. Of course, Brandy has an amazing singing career, but the show kind of just left us hanging, you know. But other great actors and actresses, like the girls from Girlfriends, perhaps, you know, where are they? We all know Tracy Ellis Ross went on to pursue Blackish, but there are so many other black women who are in the industry who just don't really get the recognition or the opportunity, like Viola Davis stated. So that's a really, really good thing that Regina King is saying, hey, I'm going to employ 50% of the black women, because she has the power to do so. You know, she's producing, so hopefully we're going to see some really, really, really good movies, TV shows, you know, with a lot more black women in it and displaying their talent, you know, displaying their talent. I know Sanaa, is it Sanaa? Anyway, Lathan, the one y'all accused of biting Beyonce. We still don't know whether or not that's true. But the one y'all accused of doing that, she was in Love and Basketball. The latest movie she did was Nappily Ever After. Am I saying it right? Nappily Ever After. Really, really good movie if you haven't seen it yet. It's on Netflix. And I was just thinking, like, yes, we need more movies like this right here. You know, because it kind of brought me back to those Love and Basketball days type of movies. Even though it was totally not about that, but I'm just saying, the movie was so good, it was, you know, kind of reminded me of that. So, I really, really hope that really good things come from her doing that, you know, because that's really awesome. 50% of black women. You go, girl. You go, girl. Another thing I want to talk about is this Millennium Tour. People kind of felt like it was shade from Omarion when they released their kind of debut, we're going on tour, yay for us. And they all sat down. They were all like white. Guys, they reminded me of New Edition. You remember in the New Edition movie when they were all kind of sitting there like they didn't really want to be there. They're just doing it for the check. And Bobby was there, Ronnie, you know, they all got together to do this tour after so many years. So people kind of felt like Omarion didn't really want to be there. I'm not saying that the brother didn't want to be there, but that was the vibe that they were getting from Omarion in Raz B. because Raz B and Omarion apparently had some type of beef back then. I believe the brother spoke on some issues and Omarion just wasn't feeling it. He didn't believe what Raz B was saying was true. So I'm guessing that's where the shade stems from. But, you know, they were all sitting up there like, we're here for the check. Wow, they are here for the check. We'll definitely be on the Millennium Tour, right? Because who doesn't want to see B2K? Baby, turn around. Let me see the sexy body go bum, bum, bum. That is all I want to see. I'm sorry, y'all. Had a little flashback. Anyway, there are plenty of other great artists on the Millennium Tour, so I am looking forward to it. I'm glad that the guys were able to put their differences aside and get back together. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love to see. Black unity. Most importantly, unity all together. I'm hoping that a lot of more groups can kind of, you know, take after their lead. They're going to have the Yin Yang Twins on there. They are going to have, who else are they having on the tour? Oh, Chingy. Remember Chingy, y'all? I like the way you do that right there, right there. Had a lot of great hits, right? In that little era that they were in. Someone else who's going to be on the tour. I think they said Bobby Valentino. I believe he's going to be on the tour as well. I've been noticing that the Shade Room is really big on promoting the Millennium Tour. I've noticed they have put it out there a lot. You know, I guess they're being paid to do so, which is good because we want people to come to the Millennium Tour. We want this tour to stay together. We don't want this tour to fall apart because a lot of people plan on, you know, getting down at this tour. So, I'm rooting for all the guys on the tour. I am so glad they were able to get back together, put the group together. They all look nice. Every last one of them. I have nothing bad to say about how they look. I think they were all well fit. Nobody looked like they had been through a rough life. Which sometimes you'll see after a group has broken up and they've been apart for so long. Some of them come back, you know, just looking like they've been through hell and back. But all of the guys looked good. So big ups to them. You know, some people said they seen some shade. I've seen a little subtle, you know, shade, but not really. Not really. You know, the guys, they're back together. And we want this tour to stay together, right? So big ups to them. You guys, another thing we're going to talk about on the show today is how fabulous all of the women looked, really. And in their gowns last night at the Golden Globes. I didn't watch the Golden Globes, but I did see the outfits. I think that's kind of what everybody looks forward to when it comes to the Golden Globes. So, you know, everybody looked great. But sorry, I didn't watch it. I remember watching it one year, and it was just kind of boring, to be honest. But, when the Oscars come around, okay, yeah, I'll watch that, right? Yeah, I'll watch it. Another thing we are going to talk about today on the show is, Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane. He gifted his wife a red Rolls Royce for her birthday. It was beautiful, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. I thought it was so pretty and so generous of Gucci Mane to do that for her. So, you know, big ups to him for just recognizing his wife and showing appreciation for his wife. A lot of women want to be shown that appreciation, guys, when you're in a relationship with them. And, you know, guys want to be shown appreciation too. So that's always good when we see couples, you know, showing their appreciation for one another. I'm always here for any kind of love. So I'm so glad he was able to do that for her birthday. It just wasn't a regular birthday for her, but he did make her day special because I'm guessing that's what she wanted. So big ups to them. Okay, weird. The last thing we're going to talk about. This is really weird, guys. Ladies, we have got to have a discussion about getting guys tatted on our bodies. Like, what's up with that? Fellas, you too. I mean, you're not exempt. Why is it that when you guys are in a relationship, you feel that it's okay to, hey, I'm gonna get a person's whole face, not just name. The name part is bad enough, but you get their whole face tatted on you? Wow. Like, really? What if you break up? Or not necessarily what if you break up, but still, guys, you're getting someone's face tatted on you. You're giving them a whole lot of praise. It seems a little bit overboard. But anyway, what we're going to talk about is NBA YoungBoy came back and said that the girl who showed off her tat of him, in fact, is not his girlfriend. That's right. She's not his girlfriend. But we were all thinking that that was NBA YoungBoy's new girl because she had his entire face tatted on her chest. The girl also came back and said that NBA YoungBoy is not her boo. That basically the blogs were lying. They're not going together. Because I don't know if you guys heard, but apparently NBA YoungBoy is supposed to be going with Floyd Mayweather's daughter. And everybody was like, turn back, turn back. Bad idea. So, you know, the facial tats, hopefully that's something that will stop in 2019, guys. Even name tats. I mean, really? But guess what? At the end of the day, I guess it's your prerogative, right? Just like it's my prerogative. And guess what? This has been the Lena Speaks Show. I have thoroughly enjoyed talking to my guests today. Y'all are a really good audience. Ooh, and I love it when y'all come looking good like that. Yeah, show up and show out each and every time because you know I am. And guess what? This is Lena Speaks, official on the beat. I'm signing out. And we gonna meet on Tuesday. Try to make that rhyme. Lena Speaks loves you. Have a great day. Mwah.